This is an inequalities question from the past papers. This is the diagram that's given. इसमें say you've been given two equations, this one and this one, and this obviously this line you have to figure out yourself, but it is easy. It is x is equals to 2. The question said find the three inequalities. So you're gonna say you're supposed to stay above this line, so x is greater than 5. You're supposed to stay to the right of this line, so x is greater than 2. And you're supposed to stay below this line, so 6x plus 7y is less than 42. That's easy. Problem arises when the question says the line y is equals to kx passes through the triangle ABC. Find all the possible values of integer k. Now line y is equals to kx, what sort of a line is that? Since it doesn't have a y-intercept, remember, y is equals to kx. If it had some y-intercept plus c, it would have been written over here plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, anything of that sort. And that's not written over here. So y is equals to kx is a line that's going to be passing through the origin, either going like this, or this, or this, or this, all the way up till here. They're saying it should pass through triangle ABC. What we're going to do is we're going to try to find out all the possible options of this slope. What do I mean by slope? Because as the slope increases, the gradient increases, the line becomes more and more steep or vertical. We will try to find point B first and point C first, so that then we'll know कि क्या range है, from where till where can we go. So in order to find B, we're going to equate this line y is equals to x over 5 with this line which is 6x plus 7y is equals to 42. When I equate that, it's over here. This is the value of x that I get, 5.675, and I plug that value into this equation, and this is the value of y that I get. If I solve this, it becomes 1.135. Now the point that I have is 5.675 and 1.135. This is my point B down here, right? This is my point B. Right, once I have this point B, I can find the slope of OB. Slope of OB, how do I get slope of OB? I'm simply going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, the point O is basically the origin, right? So it doesn't exist. So if I do y2 minus y1, I'll basically be doing minus 0. If I do x2 minus x1, I'll basically be subtracting 0 from this. So in other words, I can simply divide this value with this value, which is exactly what I've done, and I've gotten the slope as 0.2. Now why am I finding the slope? Because when they say find the value of k, remember the equation is y is equal to mx plus c. This k is referring to slope. Alright, now when I solve this, the slope that I get is 0.2. Now what's important to realize is 0.2 is the slope at this line, so the value of x should be, k should be greater than 0.2, because if it's 0.2, it's going to be not inside the triangle. Similarly, if I try to find point C, that is when I equate this line and this line. Remember, if we solve these two equations simultaneously, we'll come up with the coordinates of C. Now I have these two values. If I equate them, the value for C that I get, the point C, is x is equals to 2 and y coordinate is this. Similarly, if I find the slope of OC, this is the value. Now this is the maximum line passing like this. So in order for my line to pass through triangle ABC, it has to be below this line and above this line. So I'll say the value of k should be greater than 0.2 and the value of k should be less than 2.1425. ये 2 यहाँ से है, 0.2 और ये यहाँ से है. What are the integer values greater than 0.2 and less than 2.14? 1 and 2.